My topic tonight is about fate and silver linings. I'll tell you quickly the story. So I came back from Japan in 1998. Both of my parents had open heart surgery. I had to pick up my entire life of 5 years. I left Japan. I was living in this area. We were doing a lot of importing and export business in Japan. Spent 5 years there. Came home because I had to, and it was a family necessity, and we're very close as a family. I started a fuel-saving technology company in '99. Early '99. In 2000, we got letters from the government, cease and desist immediately, shut down your operation. Basically, they treat us like criminals, and all we were doing was just trying to save fuel and save the environment. And our biggest client was Goodyear Fountain Tire in Canada. They dropped us immediately with the government going after us. You got to remember, we're from Alberta. You don't save oil in Alberta, right? And so I'd racked up that $116,000 of credit card debt, paying back our shareholders. Not one shareholder left there with a debt. We paid back our shareholders. I took out of that company $116,000 in credit card debt, and so I thought my life was over. I took our last $50,000. I went and bought a franchise business in Calgary. Picked up my life, left Edmonton, everything I knew that was familiar to me, went to Calgary. That was the only Boost Juice franchise store that was available. And so I went down there, and we actually got the worst store in all of Calgary. I didn't realize that till 4 months later. We got robbed 3 times. All our money was stolen out of our basement area. I was losing money. I had to work a midnight shift at Superstore, so I literally slept for about 3 hours a day. It was actually so bad I couldn't wear my contacts anymore. My eyes were so dried out. I got an allergic reaction to plastic. I couldn't put contacts in anymore, and I had to wear my eyeglasses. I looked like Harry Potter working a Booster Juice franchise business. You know, it was like something out of the movies. And so here's what's interesting. Let's talk about silver lining. Frank, fate is so unbelievable. My brother's cousin's friend's dog is related to your uncle's brother's cousin's friend's cat. So I mean, Frank, we're so close right now. I mean, man, we're probably even brothers by now, right? Listen to this. This is crazy. So the guy that built our Booster Juice store introduced me to my previous company. All that. We went through a 6-year battle lawsuit with the Canadian government. My name's still out there. It's hilarious. I can't even get it off the internet. You can go bankrupt 7 years later. It's gone. I can't get rid of that stuff. It's unbelievable. Drawer, I'm going to talk to you about how to get rid of it. But I had to fight that every time I filled out an application. Every time I submit an application today, I still have to talk about it. I have to send in documents from 2000. Right? It's crazy. So you talk about silver linings and talk about fighting for what you believe in. So I got introduced to our previous company. As many of you know, we had an amazing career. We created a lot of ring earners, a lot of success there. I was so blessed. You know, I was so blessed for the person that taught me that business. And you know, we wouldn't be obviously having this opportunity without that one. I made a fateful decision to come into that company. And that company, the best thing that came out of that company was my wife, Stephanie. All the accolades and awards and all that was my beautiful wife, Stephanie. She's been my best recruit since day one. She really, really does make me who I am, and she works tirelessly behind the scenes. At our breakout session, we gave away 4 MVP awards, and I went back to the trophy place that Jamie Land had introduced us to, and I said to Stephanie, and she's with me, I'm like, dang, how am I going to pull this one off? I said, honey, I got to pick up another plaque for Jamie Land. I guess there's a mistake or something. I got to pick this plaque up. And she goes, oh, okay. So I go there, get the plaque. She says, well, give me the plaque. I'll give it to her. I said, no, I'll take care of it. I got it. It's all good. I'll run over to Leanne when we get there. Oh, okay. So she forgets about it. And so we wrapped up our gala, our awards and everything, give out the MVPs. And I said, geez, we forgot. I have one more plaque here. And so I gave my wife an MVP award for this year, for 2019, because she's so unbelievable. And we gave out a lot of awards today. We gave out 300 plus certificates to all of our team, 82 plaques. I mean, guys, this team, I can't give out enough plaques, man. It's so amazing. We're just so proud of Rio's team. You guys are unbelievable. You make us who we are. These rings, by the way, I said to my team today, I said, you know, they're made up of particles. They're made up of elements. They're made up of different molecules combined together to make a solid object. And I said, that represents every single one of you on this team. This actually represents all of you in Xperia tonight. So each one of you is a part of this ring in my eyes. And so thank you all very, very much. We're so humbled and blessed to be in your company, in this company of Xperia. So thank you. So Stephanie came into business in 2005. I'm going to let her tell her story because fate has its way of making things happen. So,
Thank you. Let's give Darren a hand. So those of you who don't know my story, I won't take too long to explain where I came from, but I just really want to explain why where I came from. But the whole idea is fate. So I want to share with you my story of how I came to Experior, but more back in the day where it's about my mom and dad. Faith is everything, is what we believe in, or even though we don't even know what happens then, but then we realize why it happened. But to give you a story, my mom and dad, they left the communists in Vietnam. And that's where they're from. And the crazy thing is, they escaped by going on 2 boats, separated the female and the male. And they had no idea where they're going, if the boat's gonna make it. So let me ask you a question. How many of us would actually step on a boat not knowing where we're going? You only have $20 in your pocket to go somewhere, and also you don't know if your spouse will survive. How many of you would step on a boat? See, that's crazy. But you know what fate leads us is something we believe in. And so my mom and dad left with, I guess, $20 in their pocket, not knowing what happened. But the great news is, I won't share so much of stories or I'm going to start crying, but the great news is, I was a celebration baby. Because they got together after 1 year apart, and I was a celebration baby!
I'm glad Vietnamese still celebrate being apart from 1 year.
That's funny. But because of their hard work, because of their belief in something that they didn't know about, but they just knew that it's a belief, that there will be somewhere. And so we ended up being in a restaurant where we owned 3 franchises, and we worked our butts off. And we worked for somebody that sold us the dream, and it was our dream. So then I realized that I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired of working for somebody else that I said, you know what, this has got to change. And that's actually when financial services came into my life, and that was basically that was all I needed, was someone to believe in me, and someone that would give me an opportunity when someone that doesn't even have a financial background. I was a pizza cutter, but you know what? Someone gave me a chance and a belief, and it all started with my parents having a belief to come into Canada and do something great. So I went to financial services, and that is where I met Darren, and I'll hand it over back to him.
You know, it's crazy. Thank you, babe. So many of you go through struggles. And you think it's the end of the line, it's the end of the rope for you. It's actually necessity. It's required for you to rise up and become a champion in your life. And the silver lining is always there. It's amazing to me how many silver linings. Frank, I was struggling tonight a little bit, and I rang Frank, and I'm like, dude, like, what's your topic? I'm thinking of doing something like I was changing my topic, and almost last minute I was freaking out. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna do something like on fate and like destiny, and he's like, dude, I'm doing the same thing, right? And then we found out our dogs and cats were related. It was crazy, right? It's just unbelievable. Frank, I mean, we gotta sit down. Maybe we have other relations going on in our families, but you know, we really feel so blessed. Everything happens for a reason. You are here for a reason. I want you to soak in the next day, tonight, enjoy this, enjoy the time with your teams. All the MVPs, Nat, Jazz, all these amazing MVPs tonight, you guys celebrate. You guys have worked your tails off. We've saved families' lives. We put this company on the map continuously, and let's keep doing it. Let's fight the good fight. Let's hold our heads high. Let's have fun. Own this convention, and guys, when we go back to our offices, let's go and make a huge impact, a huge change in other people's lives, and let's make Experior the #1 fan service company in the whole industry. Let's make it happen, and have a great night. Thank you.
Hey, if you like this video or any of the other videos that I have on my channel, stay tuned. We have so many more coming, but I want to make sure that you're in the know, that you know when they're coming. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell.